Everything in this industry is backwards right now. It's so backwards, in fact, that I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to wear my shirt backwards for the entirety of the video. And I'm not doing this because I forgot that I was wearing the same shirt as yesterday's video and I want you guys to know I'm washing my clothes. No, this is thematic, okay? It's part of the content I'm about to create, okay? Just watch and learn. So salutations, everybody. It's Matty here. Hope all of you are doing well, wonderful, whether it's the morning, afternoon, evening, nighttime. I hope you guys find this video in a great state of mind, because today we're talking about Marvel Avengers. This game drops in about a week. I already have my beta impressions on the channel. I already talked about the Verizon skins and everything, and I admit these were both videos that were very critical of the things happening with Marvel Avengers. Now, I saw a little bit about the Hero Challenge cards, and I thought to myself, hey, if no one's complaining, I'm not going to get offended or upset on their behalf. It seems like it's not an issue with the game, so I don't need to make a video about this. This was about like a week or two ago. And then, now that it's made headlines, people are discussing it, and a lot of people aren't happy. I thought it was just me originally. I thought maybe I was a little crazy, but it does not seem to be the case. So today, in this video, we're talking about Hero Challenge cards, which is pretty much that every character in the game, playable, that'll be free, that's fine. But the challenge cards are like mini battle passes per character. It's unheard of, right? This is a $60 game. All I'm saying right now, for perspective, okay? Let me establish one thing. No one wants you to hate the game, right? I'm not sitting here telling you why the game is bad. I'm telling you why a practice is bad. But if you like the beta, if you're excited for Marvel Avengers, no one's trying to take that away from you. So many people think when I'm critical about this game or any game that we're trying to ruin it for you, take it away from you. If you want to have fun with this game, go for it, man. But all I'm saying is that if you're putting $60 out there, you deserve to be treated better than this. It's just that simple. These Hero Challenge cards are absolute jokes because I've played free games like Smite, League of Legends. I've grinded both those games a ton, and the stuff that you're seeing in here, you get in those. You get those battle passes. You get challenges that you can keep running through week after week after week. And so when you're seeing that in a $60 game, and then you can pay for these challenge cards to get through them all, and people are thinking that it's not going to be grindy on top of the other established battle pass this game has, the levels of monetization here, the amount that there is, right? Like, yeah, free characters. Yeah, you can buy the game and just play it. But like the amount of monetization that's here, and then they're trying to squeeze 60 bucks out of you. Like, okay, look, they are making you pay to get in the restaurant, sit down at the restaurant. They're making you pay for your meal. They're making you pay for your dessert, and they're making you pay to leave, man. Like, they are just wringing you dry wherever they can. So we're reading an article from Push Square today. I hope you find it insightful, and yeah, man, it's just kind of ridiculous. So let's get to reading. Crystal Dynamics has always promised that the superheroes added to Marvel's Avengers after launch will always be free. But what it didn't tell us is that until now, the cosmetics associated with those characters will have to be unlocked via a purchasable battle pass. Titled Hero Challenge cards, completing daily and weekly challenges will level it up, and thus unlock new items to equip the associated superhero with. That's standard stuff for these sorts of progression paths, and this approach sounds fair considering you'll be earning credits through the base game's 6 superheroes. Okay, so at face value, does this sound like the end of the world? No. Am I skeptical that the daily and weekly challenges will be rewarding in the middle of a battle pass that is planning to give you more than the time you're investing? Yeah, 100%, because nothing in this game has instilled confidence in me. So let's go ahead, let's keep reading, see what you guys think. As part of their new blog post on the game's official website, it is stated that the 6 superheroes arriving in the base game will all have their own Hero Challenge cards unlocked straight away. Starting with Hawkeye, you'll then need to purchase these cards separately for 1,000 credits, which is an in-game currency. This currency can only be bought with real-world money, and $5 will net you 500 credits. That means that a single Hero Challenge card works out at exactly $10. So really confusing, right? And once again, this is stuff you see in free games, like the multiple levels of currency. Like I got a phone here. I play Tales of Krystoria. I'm sure most of you haven't heard of the game, but yeah, it's a gacha game as standard as it gets. So I've had some hands-on experience with that stuff, and the amount of currencies that game has, a free mobile game, yeah, it's the same thing here in Marvel Avengers. So yeah, a little worrisome, at least in my opinion, after getting some hands-on experience with like both of these types of games and seeing how they overlap a little bit. To make it clear though, I want it to be entirely fair in this discussion. You're not paying for Hawkeye. You get Hawkeye to get his challenge card to then unlock his cosmetics, like things such as his nameplate and different skins and what have you, you have to pay for that, which at that point, if it's not augmenting the gameplay, is really end of the world. Look, all I'm saying, man, is when you got like a ton of battle passes in your game and they're going to be grindy, I don't know, bros and sisters. I don't know, man. You're putting a lot of trust in their hands if you're okay with this. That's all I'm saying. Let's keep reading. To be clear, the character itself and the story, gameplay mechanics, and locations associated with them will be free of charge, as I just stated. But if you want to customize that hero with unlocks and decals, you will then need to start splashing the cash. 40 tiers will net you outfits, takedowns, nameplates, emotes, and more. The developer goes on to say that if you reach the maximum tier, you will eventually earn all of your credits back. These hero challenge cards won't be replaced either, meaning you have all the time in the world to unlock everything they have to offer. Theoretically, if you can complete all 6 hero challenge cards for the base superheroes, you won't have to spend any money on credits for a significant amount of time. That right there is what I mean about putting trust in there. Look, I'm not going to sit here and overreact. I think they're going a little far with their whole system here, but if the system is rewarding, it can work out well. I certainly don't trust it to be the case because they have identified clear as day here that this is a Marvel game and people will pay for this type of stuff, right? Because while you can play for it, a lot of people have said, wow, it could have been so much worse. Congrats, you've just bought into exactly what Square Enix and Crystal Dynamics were hoping for. They want you to think like, hey, this is totally cool, man. Give me a break, man. Like, they're taking so much advantage of the idea of this being a Marvel game. Look, I'll be the first to tell you, when it comes to microtransactions, I don't care if they're cosmetic, right? It's not even the idea of microtransactions being in the game. If you're going to give us free content after launch, you have to sustain that somehow. These companies don't just go to the bathroom, poop out money, and boom, that's the end of the day, right? They have to make it somehow. These games are a business. I understand that. I respect that, and I'm not complaining about that. I'm complaining about the heavy-handed manner in which they approach it. I'm complaining about the idea that they think that a battle pass per character instead of just one whole battle pass, maybe filling that of skins of all different characters in the game and adding to that in seasons. Even that could have worked a lot better, I think. So you'll get a bunch of credits by completing these challenge cards, but I'd be shocked if they were really easy to do so, that they weren't going to make it really like you got to fight for these credits, especially if it means that there's supplemental content that they're investing assets into, money into, to then release to you. I imagine they're going to make you fight hard for them. I promise you, almost. I will say the one thing I like about this whole system is that right now, at least the 6 starting superheroes, you don't have a time limit for these guys and gals. You're able to go ahead and just go at your own pace. I think that's great, right? Because I mentioned seasons earlier. A lot of people don't like that because you can't just go at your own pace. You have to get it done in a short amount of time. And some people don't like that crunch. They just want to enjoy their game whenever they can. Do we have this same approach in design when it comes to, say, when Hawkeye's added to the game, when Spider-Man's added to the game? Is that approach still intact? Do we still have infinite time to complete those challenge cards? Because theoretically speaking, then when Hawkeye comes out, I can replenish my credit supply and spend that on the next hero that comes out and their challenge card and keep looping that over and over. Then where exactly can Square Enix make a lot of its money? Do the credits only go to the challenge cards? No, they don't. So let's not narrow the focus to just challenge cards, but everything that you can have your credits be spent on. And once again, it presents an issue. I'm not trying to ruin the game. Like, I need to stress that here, but I'm also trying to emphasize that this could be a lot better. Obviously, it's too late now. This is so baked into the design. They're not going to revoke this. And at the end of the day, we're a bunch of enthusiasts. So they're just going to go ahead and ignore us, leave it be, because this game's going to sell fine, right? Like, at the end of the day, I'm just shouting to a corner of the web. This game's going to sell fine. It's going to do great. And that's fine. That's dandy. But I just hope people are aware of this type of stuff not being normal or okay. Because this many challenge cards, come on. And once again, with the cosmetics, right? Some may say, well, it's just how you look, Maddie. Not the end of the world. As long as the gameplay there, that's fine. But the gear doesn't change how you look. And if you guys recall back in my beta impressions, I thought that was a bug. So it doesn't change how you look. So if you ever want to look like, I don't know, a different version of Thor or Spider-Man or what have you, yeah, either work really hard or pay. And I'm fine with like a good loop, right? But let's say you're running missions in the end game of Avengers. How many of those are interesting and fun to keep looping? How much content is in this game? These are all questions we can't answer now. So some of you may be listening here going, Matt's foolish, Matt's an idiot, Matt's overreacting. And it's a possibility that that's the case. But just keep all this stuff in mind if you're going to go ahead and buy the game. Now, I found this article also from Game Rant explaining the two currencies in the game because I think that's also important perspective. So first, there are units. Units are the currency the player will use at in-game vendors or in-game marketplaces. This is the currency that will likely pile up much more quickly while progressing through the game's story mode and the standard daily activities without going out of the way to do anything special. An example of something that could be purchased with units would be a tier of hero challenge cards. Tiers can also be purchased to skip ahead on the track that would otherwise be progressed by playing in the game. Credits, on the other hand, are exclusively spent in the marketplace. This is where the cosmetics and a lot of visual changes that are in the game already lie, whereas your character does not look different when you change the armor. This is the currency that players will use to purchase the most of their costumes, emotes, or nameplates. In terms of what was available during the first weekend of beta access, this currency seems to be a lot harder to come by just playing the game casually. The main way to earn in-game credits was identified through the beta so far, seems to be progressing through certain milestones in the challenge cards. So yeah, we'll see about the grind. Maybe it's not that bad. And if it isn't, I actually stand a chance at enjoying this game. But if not, then it becomes a situation of like Battlefront 2, grind or pay. It's your choice. So I just wanted to make this video, man. I don't want to be overly stupidly negative about this game. I want to like it probably more than anyone, man, because like I'm so unenthused for it. And as like a huge Marvel fan, which I know a lot of people out there are, I'm not acting like it's a unique quality, but as a huge Marvel fan, like I'm really disappointed that this isn't as cool as it could have been. And so we'll see. I got to put my hands on it, right? I told you guys I'm going to play the game. I want to see the content, the offerings, the end game. I gotta see it through, right? I talked about it in now 3 videos. You guys seem to enjoy them and are interested in them. So we'll see, guys. We'll see. I hope you guys enjoyed, learned something in this video. I'm looking forward to your feedback in the comments down below. So please do fire away and I'll talk with you soon. Be sure to follow me on Twitter, follow me on Instagram. Those links are in the description down below. Big thank you to all the patrons who continue to kill with that support, and I'll talk with you guys soon. Stay sexy, stay active. I love you all. Peace.